Yeah. Now, now when you are talking about the governance, we have a topic which is related to governance and social responsibility. Now we talk about the governance, then we go for the social responsibility. So when you talk about the governance, what are the factors influencing the corporate governance? What is the nature of the corporate governance? Now, when you're talking, the corporate governance is the overall control of the activities in a company. Now, what to do, what not to do, whom to contact, how to contact, what the procedures, what are that, it is governed by the corporate governance.
So you
Now,
will come
a
to know
good
your
governance
friends
may be
also.
transparency.
Right? Is this okay? So
You
can
have
we
a
start the
shareholder
class
rights.
like this?
You have
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
board effectiveness. Now, these are
Right.
called the corporate good governance. Now, every company is following the corporate governance nowadays because
It is
the
a teaching tool,
corporate
not learning
Companies
tool.
Act 2013, which is amended, gives a responsibility for the companies to act according to their requirements and should support to the society and to the needs of the society.
Hi, sir. Sorry for the disturbance. Could you please share the screen PPT?
I am not taking because I have not made any PPT.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Sir, topic, sir.
It is a corporate governance and social responsibility. Social responsibility is a small topic. What is the use of this corporate responsibility in an organization? That we see corporate governance is a vast one, which will be going in this half an hour. Now, why the companies are good about the corporate governance? We are saying now when you're talking about, if you take any company in the country like Infosys, Tech Mahindra, or any other company which is related to Tata, etc. These companies are following the corporate governance. Even the Tatas, even Reliance, because they have the object of fulfilling the society with some help. Though they are working for the profit, the same is from the profit they have to make it something for the society also. Now, when you talk about this, if you take the example related to Infosys, that is governance which includes the satisfy the spirit of the law. Now you say that the law should be satisfied. Now they should not form any other activity. They should see that there no cases are formed in the country, in the company. So corporate governance standard should be beyond of the law. Now that is they should follow the law more than the activities, more than the law, and transparent and maintains high degree of disclosure. Now when you say good governance, there is a transparency. You cannot find anything else. That you should be, whatever you say it should be recorded, whatever you say it should be make it in the form of good governance. Now when you talk about good governance, is transparent. What is happening in the company, what is happening in the society, that should be known to everyone in the company and to the broad society also, and communicate externally and a truthful manner. Now what do you want to communicate, you should be in a truthful manner. Like it is not like a Satyam computers. You know about Satyam computer, it's like a window dressing. You know Satyam computers around 15 to 20 years back, what has happened?
Yes, sir.
Now you know Satyam computer is the topmost country in the country which has introduced many schemes in the country. It is introduced 108 ambulance services throughout the country because of the development in the company. So the Satyam chairman, that is managing director and CEO of that company, Mr. Ramlinga Raju, has given 108 ambulance throughout the country. So he thought that he is on the corporate social that makes him a corporate social because he's getting a profit through the society. So he want to have something linked with the society. So he want to develop the society. But what happened in 2010 or somewhere he has made a loss. So that was not known to anyone because he had made a window dressing and which was behind the customers' expectations. So here in the 2009, he have come out with the option called that the company is in loss. So that he told the society that his company is in a totally doldrum and it is out totally loss. So now what happened is a total shares have come down throughout the world. So one mistake made, two mistakes made, total mistake, and so totally is behind the bars. Now that is that was how that company when the transparency is not there. So the auditor was put behind the bars and the CEO was put behind the bars because the misappropriation in the funds. Now that you have to communicate to each and every society, each and every people in the society, what is happening in the company, and you say that compiling with the law. So law will not keep quiet now because you have cheated the companies, you have cheated the public, and you are made a total wrong mistake, and you have cheated the company, and those you are not a profit, but you are told that there is a profit. You that company has made him to behind the bars, and that is the company should comply with all the country's laws, which is in their which they are operating. Now we are talking that now Settam Lingaraju had done a wrong mistake in India, but what happened to in the other country?
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा
Suppose in America they have the branches, they
कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्माते
also lost. In
सङ्गोऽस्त्व
the other countries also which are lost, totally lost because one mistake has made totally the worldwide their loss. Now when you're talking about this, we say that a simple and transparent corporate structure driven safety for business needs. Now transparency is the one of the criteria for a corporate governance. That's why every government, you say take Tamil AP government earlier when Chandrababu Naidu says transparency, good governance. Now you are seeing everywhere some posters will be seeing on the road. Sorry. Who is the board of director? What is the need of the board of directors? How what do they mean? Who is responsible for the board of directors? If something is wrong, where the board of directors should be there? If they are doing wrong, board of directors also will not be in a position to sit in the chair. Now we see that the accessibility where that solely the need of the business need. You have to make the transparency. The corporate should be of transparent. What you are doing should know everyone. What is happening should know to everyone. Now when you are saying this, management is the trustee of the shareholders' capital and not the owner. Management is only a trustee. You think that I am the owner of the company. I am the owner of the company. I am the boss of the company. But you are not. But your shareholders are the owners of the company. Because they are making the finance of you. And they are making you to run the company. They are making you to run the show. So that way you can have the nature of this corporate governance in the company. And what are the factors influencing the corporate governance? Now we are seeing that the corporate governance, that is ownership structure. Who is your owner? Are you a owner?
I'm going to take accounting
So you are
for
invested
manager
in the
people.
company,
right?
but what is the majority
Some
of
of
your
you
share?
may have studied
You have invested 10 crores, but the shareholders have invested 20 crores. So that's why your shareholders will be transferred to the your shares are transferred to the shareholders. If there is having a more sharehold, they will be the owner of the company, like your BV Raju companies. Vishnu Cements, you may be knowing. Who is if anyone is from Hyderabad, you may know BV Raju. If anyone from Hyderabad, you know the Vishnu Cements. Anyone know Vishnu Cements? Or have you heard about this Vishnu Cements earlier?
No,
Now,
sir.
when you're talking about this Vishnu Cements,
No,
what
sir.
he thought is he can see um, he is the owner of the company. Of course, he is the owner of the company Vishnu Cements. He's a boss. But what happened? He did a mistake when he is opening his shareholders. That is uh, offerings. That is the IPO. The shares were sold to other person. What happened? He collected all the shares from the shareholders and he became the owner of the company. Now, B.V. Raj was thrown out from the chair of the chairman of that Vishnu Cements, and he is ruling the shareholder who purchased all the shares or become the shareholder, now the owner of the company. So that is how the structure may change if you are not doing properly. That is, the corporate sector is characterized by the coexistence of the state-owned, private, and multinational enterprises. The structure will be changing. So state government may become a private may become a still private. Now you see Maruti Suzuki. Earlier it is a joint venture between the state government and central government. Sorry, Punjab. Sorry, the Japanese government and central government. What happened later? The government are removed. Totally privatization. The privatization has come, and the ownership has changed. Now this was done with the aim. Now nowhere you see that the owner is the central government. It is the private. So the structure of the company board director will be changing when it's coming to corporate governance. Who will be the new one? Who will be the owner of the company? Who will be the board of directors? All has to be done. And the financial structure. The financial structure which is taken into consideration. This is how the company will maintain. That is contrary with the structure of ownership, the matters of corporate governance. We see that government believes that the financial structure of the company. That's why we say corporate governance when you take them of this financial position, which is in the loss running company, which is a profit company. Now they are diverting into the loss running company into profit and profit into privatization. This is one of the criteria where the financial structure changes. Now the government, central government is reviewing all that because of the why it is removing is because of the privatization. That is the selling as per the Rangarajan committee on privatization. Disinvestment. It is not simply government is taking steps to sell the loss running companies. It is the committee which has given, the Rangarajan committee, the disinvestment committee has given a report to the government. Loss running companies can be sold to the private people or who is interested to buy that one. Now that's why we are saying BSNL, petrochemicals, then MTNL, then you are saying Nalco, Balco. These are all privatized. Now you are seeing BSNL is almost all privatized. There is no other landline people who are working on that. All the people are now slowly going to private. Now almost a landline is zero. Only the mobile is there. So the final structure also changes here. When you're talking about the institutional environment, where you got the legal legislature. Just yesterday I was telling judiciary, executive, and the government. Government make the policies. The executive have to work the policies, execute the policies, and the judiciary has to see that whether they are executing the policies correctly or not. Now, this is how the institutional environment will work. If it is say that if I am measuring the quality of the company, that is a corporate governance, that is a company operates, determines a large measure of quality of corporate governance. So the corporate governance mechanization and economic and legal institutions should come out. The government, the executive, and the judiciary has to work for it. if something is wrong, then the judiciary will come into the picture. Of course, nowadays you see that there is no judiciary in our country, only government. Only government is ruling. So government says yes, government says no. That you have to follow. Now, when you talk about institutional investors, now we have a direct investment, foreign direct investment. So we have a institutional investor, IVs, foreign investor depositors will be there. Foreign direct investment, and you say this is when you're talking about this, the initial investors, institutional foreign investors include commercial banks, development bank, insurance companies, and mutual funds. When you're talking about this is going to have a huge investment in the country. That is how the country is going to have that operation in the country. Now you say many commercial banks are there. Earlier we have only government banks, but now we have private banks. We have private insurance companies. We have private insurance company, private banks, and private mutual funds also. Mutual funds also included here, where the agencies count for ensuring corporate governance. Yes, wherever you go, you see that corporate governance is there. So, in the liberalization era, in India, after liberalization, you are free to exit and free to give the voice. You can come freely, you can exit freely. This is how we are going to get the investors, the foreign direct investment. And we say the number of corporate governance rating system has been established. Now, which company is good, which company is bad? Suppose how can you say a customer is having a loan in a bank, or how a customer doesn't have a loan in a bank? You have only with your PAN card. If your PAN card number is given, it's CIBIL scoring. You can know that whether whether the customer is having a bank loan or not. If there is a bank loan is there, your CIBIL score will be less. If there is no bank loan, your CIBIL score will be very high. So that's why many companies coming forward to give loan to you, because your CIBIL score is very high. So this is one way where you can say. Another one is bank rating system will be there, which is where the investment comes and investors come to invest in the country. And another one is executive compensation. How far you are going to give for the executives? Hello? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Earlier you are not audible?
Sir, audible, sir.
You are audible, sir.
Audible, sir.
You've been audible, sir.
Now we say the executive compensation. Now, when you are saying this, how much an executive can be paid? If I ask you, what is salary of this Reliance MD? What is his name? Mukesh Ambani. Whether you calculate in minutes, or you calculate in hours, or calculate in monthly, or calculate yearly. How you calculate? I think in this class also many students are I think employed. How your salary is calculated? In a monthly basis, or hourly basis, or a daily basis, or on what basis?
Monthly.
Yes?
Monthly basis.
Monthly basis. Suppose you take Mukesh Ambani, he will be calculated on minutes, seconds. He will be calculated on minutes and seconds only, because he will be not wasting any time. Each and investment where he is invested. You don't think that only the Reliance is the only profit for him. He has invested in many companies in India and in foreign countries. If one company is loss, is not a loss for him, because he is having lot of companies where he has invested. That is making him for the profits. So when you talk about this, the executive compensation is there. You have to pay for him as per the time required. Time. 1 day salary, 2 crores, 3 crores, 5 crores. In that day, if you take a yearly, what is the salary? Now, when you talk about the issues in executive pay, so your chairman, CEO, and MDs will be there sitting on the. Then you have to fix the compensation to them. You have to fix the salary to them. You cannot go beyond your limits. You have to take a decision. All the CEOs should get the same salary. All the MDs should get the same salary. All the workers should get the same salary. Then a transparency, that is governance. Now, wait, all this one, the mechanism of making the payments, a very example. So, what is the mechanism of the corporate governance? We have a board of directors. We have, but we based on the board of directors, we have Companies Act, SEBI, or others. We have capital markets, independent directors, statutory audit, nomination director, code of conduct, and this is mechanism of your corporate governance. Now we see that when you take a board of directors, how many directors should be there, and that you have to take care of the company. So now we say board of directors, you are saying that if it's normally it's a private government, it is a 4 will be there, 4 directors, but when it's a private, it will be up to 20. That is banking sector. That type of directors can be put. And Companies Act is there. You have to follow the Companies Act. I told you just now. Companies Act 2013. Where you say that it's a consultation with the many success of the amendments. We got this Companies Act 2013. Where we are, that is aiming not only ensuring the interest of the stakeholders, but adequately protect and purports to go beyond what is required. Now, when you talk about this, it is not only your profit. You have to see the customers, you have to see the consumers, you have to see the society, you have to see. Yes, I think Triple Mum and Sanjay Tangavel and 2 or more raising the hands. Any queries? Any queries are there? Yes, and we have another one is a securities law. Now,
No, sir.
When you talk about the securities law, we say SEBI has given. The government of India has brought a Securitization Act in 1992, and since its inception 1992, the board has been taking the number of initiatives towards the investor protection. Invest in a company, and the company turn the board, and you will be in loss. Now, how to be protected? It is not like that, like your Narendra Modi and Vijay Mallya, you take the loan from a bank and you go out of the country, and the funds which are in the bank has taken the banks which have given loan, then there will be a loss, and they will be mostly on the public only. So you should, because that is if you made any securities with them, that will be protected. So the Securitization Act has come, and the securities law which has become, that is related to banking sector, and the Securities Act related to your investments. So all this has to be done with the Securities Act, and SEBI also intervenes in the corporate takeovers. Now you cannot change your company as you like. If you are going to change your company from one company to other company, you have to take the company law, that is Securities Act, that is consulted with the SEBI. When the SEBI permits only, you have to make the merger or amalgamation of the company. This is how we see that which was taken by the board constituted by a committee under the chairmanship of Kumar Mangalam Birla to suggest a way to promote and raise of standards of corporate governance in the listed companies. So we say that when you are protecting that one, you have to be protected. Everyone is to be protected. So that is how it was a recommendation made by Kumaramangalam Birla in 2000, January 25th, 2000. So that's why. So the clause 49 provides the optimum of, composition of the executives and non-executive directors, setting up the qualified and independent committees and independent directors also in the company. That's why the company's law says that whatever the securities you made, you have to be protected, and the company also to be protected. So another committee which has given Naresh Chandra committee on corporate audit and governance. Why the corporate audit has come? Now you know that one of the case with Birla Group of companies, Vasundhara Birla. Vasundhara Birla with the what do you call auntie of Kumaramangalam Birla. She trusted as his auditor, and the auditor has deceived her, and all assets were taken into his account. And they filed a course in Supreme Court, and it just found that it was illegal done by the auditor. Of course, at the last it was gone in favor of the Aditya Birla Group of companies, and Vasundhara Birla was protected, and that auditor has suicided. So this is also one which is Naresh Chandra committee governing audit. So audit govern when it is companies audited bills are certified by the auditor, then it will be fine. That will be final one. And that also followed by Narayana Murthy committee. Infosys chairman Narayana Murthy has also given a suggestions with his report to the government how that corporate government should be maintained, because it is an amalgamation of both the private companies and government companies, so that to be transparent corporate governance. So discipline in capital markets, how much you're getting, how much your loss, that to be done only with this corporate and statutory audit. You have to do your audit on your own first, then you have to get concerned with the auditor and get satisfied. The code of conduct, which is the most important in the corporate governance, this company law 2013 is code of conduct. You cannot cheat anyone. So if you are cheating anyone, any company cheating anyone, or the cheating the investors, or even auditor is doing cheat investor, they will be taken away from their audit role. So independent directors, nowadays independent directors, you can be in 2 or 3 companies, independent directors. You are the director, maybe one company, but independent director may be another company. That is one of the criteria. And the present situation is there. But now the present situation is the corporate governance become a misgovernance. There is no that much transparency in this corporate governance. Everyone is taking care of their own benefit. So that should be overcome with. So what should be the better governance for that? So strive for ensuring the code of conduct. What should do, what should not do, how to do. And the other one is the performance management system should be there. So each and every performance which you are doing, how they are doing, that should be known, that should be protected, and should recognize the reward and the ethical behavior. This performance management, when the worker is working, the employee is working, or CEO is working, who is working, you have to identify, you have to know their performance and give the rewards to them. And we see that exclusive background checks should be carried on the senior managers joining the organization. Now, knowing even Tata Sons also face the problem with the Cyrus Misri. It is all known to you. Of course, he died in an accident, but he has a trouble because though they are relatives, both Tata and Cyrus Misri are the relatives, blood relation, but they didn't believe that Cyrus Misri. He wanted to take his own decisions. making the Tata company to come down. That was not dissolved, this is not digested by the Tata companies. Now, when you talk about this one, it was observed that Cyrus Mistry is doing all this against the company. So he was removed, terminated from the board of directors and managing CEO of that company, chairman of that company. And we see that the scope of whistleblower, that it should not be that at the neck of the movement you say this is happened, this is happened, this is to be going to happen, this should not be happen. So investors, lenders and analysts should proactively question or challenge management and areas pertaining to corporate governance. What you are, how you are relating to that one. So the money lenders are there. And the corporate governance framework in the country is on par with the other developed markets. It's not only with one. We have to do with the foreign countries also, foreign companies also. We see that additionally shareholders should ensure that composition of the board is in a balanced mix, independent directors and management appointees. Even the independent director should be there and the management appointee should be there in the board of directors. So this is how the better governance can be happen. And we see that trend in corporate governance is increasing nowadays. So when you talk about this, we see that boards are getting more involved not only in reviewing and evaluating company strategy, but also in shaping it. In board of directors, we see that the management is involved in that one, and seeing that they are reviewing what are the board of directors, what are their responsibilities, and institutional investors as a pension funds. So they are giving more institutional investors, foreign institutional investors, FII, foreign institutional investors. They are investing in the country, so they have to be protected. And the other one is nowadays we see that women are becoming increasingly represented on boards. Now we see many companies are women are in the board of directors. And board are getting a smaller, particularly because of the reduction in the number of insiders. So inside members are less, whereas more outside members are more. Now the companies are becoming global and increasingly looking for board members with international experience. Because we are having foreign institutional investors, we are seeing that everyone should be in the part of the company. So they are making more globally. And they have to be increasing and because of the international experience. And we see that society in the form of special interest group. Now, society is in a special group. We see that the board of directors are to be balanced, that is economically, globally or profitable. Now, we see that if the board of directors are good and they are balanced, and we see that everything is possible. So what is the society need? They will get it. What the society need, they do it. And we see that issues dealing with the workforce diversity. So from workforce, that is environmental sustainability, and now reaching to the board level. Now when you're talking about this, it's the criteria that we see that board of directors should reach the company for a profitability. So we see that what is the future of this board of governance. Now when you see that board of governance, as we go into the future, corporate governance will become more relevant and more acceptable practice. You take everything that now the seeds are sown, so that will ripe. Every seed will be having growth. So we see that there will be a future of corporate governance in the country. Corporate governance will take as a better relevant, acceptable for different corporate societies. So when you talk about, these are the corporate governance, but when you talk about the social responsibility, what he has to do, as I told you just now, corporate responsibility is there. It is the responsibility of the company. It is the responsibility of the business to look after the society. It has to take a 10 to 15% of the profit from per year, and it has to invest in the society, either laying the roads, hospital, colleges, transportation system, which is a deficit for the society, that has to build the deficit and make the customers happy. Like you take Geo. You take a Geo, it is in Godavari Basin, they have constructed road for a Rajamandri, where we say go for a to the Geo corporate Geo company office in near to Rajamandri from what do you call it?
Near to Yanam, sir.
Yanam.
Yes.
We see that not only that, even Tata, they have given schools and colleges. And we take Reliance and Tata, Aditya Birla group of companies, they also giving a corporate responsibility, giving to the, not directly or indirectly, they are involved in that one. Every corporate company, now they have to compulsorily make it. It's not that I got profit, I'll put it in my account. So this is how we talk about.
Can you create your own WhatsApp group?
I don't have that much time to respond to everyone. Now everyone thinking ethics. What is ethics? Now this is a doldrum for everyone in the business. What is ethics? This is a small topic, but everyone knows that what is ethics. Do you require ethics in the business?
Yes.
Why you require ethics in the business? I do my
We should not
business.
cheat anyone.
I do my business. Why I should bother about you? Why should a company has to follow ethics? Now earlier we say companies think that what I am getting the profit, that's now where the public goes. I don't mind.
To maintain the goodwill of a company.
Yes. Now you have to maintain the goodwill of the company, because here, suppose you take Tata, it's having goodwill. Reliance having goodwill. Birla is having goodwill. Satyam is having goodwill, but he lost the goodwill.
Sir, I
Yes,
heard
sir.
that this Mr. Adani was having a restaurant like that.
That we can't discuss now, because it is happening now. You know that why it is happening. Whether it is
Yes,
true or false, because it is not happening in India. Of course, you are seeing that everywhere. You see Adani. Earlier, who is Adani? We don't know. Just 10 years back, who is Adani? We don't know till 10 years.
Yes. He was now he is having his own flights, his own airport, his own
If I saying
shipyard, everything.
earlier, we know that Tatas. We know that Tatas are the one who brought flights in the country, having their own airport, Indian Airlines. Air India. Air India is nothing but from Tatas only.
Oh.
Now we don't know that who is Adani till 10 years back also.
Yes.
Even I am a faculty of management. I don't know Adani till 2014.
Yes.
Who is Gautam Adani? Now where you see that everyone, you say any cement factory you take Adani, any port you take Adani, any company you take Adani. Adani is added. How it got?
By the support of government.
Because
I need not say that one. That you have to understand. If I say something means it will become a big problem.
no, his greater wish for becoming an entrepreneur, and he just
So
give
nobody
much effort.
nobody stop you becoming an entrepreneur. But how you become all this as a ruling the country. Everywhere you see, it is a, suppose you say Marg Port is there, you put Adani. You say ACC Siemens is there, you put Adani. If some other company is there, you put Adani. Everywhere is Adani. How we got it? In a fraction of 10 years, did he develop?
Yes, but
How?
he not by a straight path. Maybe he just
That's what. Is it ethics?
according to business ethics, it's wrong.
Even Reliance is also there.
Oh, Reliance.
Even Reliance started its journey from what is name Mukesh Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani, with a small capital, with a starting with Vimal Textiles. How he worked hard, how his sons become earn a goodwill from the public, and Mukesh Ambani has become well success. Why what about Anil Ambani?
Oh,
Why the same feathers are different?
yes.
Both are from the same family. Both are from the business family only. Both have started the business. But now what you are seeing? One is success, one is failure. No, okay. You want support from the government? You can have the support from the government, but in a good way, no? Now what you are doing?
Sure.
Now we see that it's ethics is to be followed. Yes, earlier the woman used to get stones in the rice. But now what happened now? Rice is there, but what is the quality of the rice? We don't know, unless otherwise you cook and eat. Now what you are seeing that everywhere, milk. Is there that much milk cattle are there? We are seeing dairy. We are seeing Nandini Dairy. We are seeing Milma Dairy. We are seeing Ponlight Dairy. We are seeing Vijay Dairy. We are seeing
Yes,
Kolat
sir.
Dairy. All dairies are there. You are seeing Arogya Dairy. Is that much cows are there and that much buffaloes are there in the country?
Maybe they're importing from some artificial buffaloes, I think. And also similarly like sunflower oil. There is no
You see, you are seeing a
sunflower.
refined oil. You are seeing a refined oil or palm oil in oil. You are seeing olive oil. Do you think that olive oil trees are there in the country?
No.
All are olive oils. Are you seeing any what do you call palm oil trees in the country? How much production is there in the oil country? How much groundnut is produced in the country? How much quantity of groundnut we are using? How much sunflower you are making use, and how much you are getting the refined oil? How much crop you are taking?
Yes.
Okay,
They're taking.
the production is not sufficient for us, so we are importing from the foreign countries. But what we are doing here, some adulteration is doing. Now, just now you take about some ghee. You are seeing recently 2 months back, the laddu, the famous laddu from Tirupati. It was contaminated. It is adulterated with all the impurities of the animal ghee. Is it ethics?
Never. We should not
Why
address
the
that.
Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam now directly say why Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam has not come out that this is illegal?
Sir, but the government should ensure that enough faculties or enough members
No,
are there
it's
to
a government
serve-
role. It is not a
serve
private. It is a
policy.
government. TTE is the government. No, it's a role of responsibility is there. It has to see the safety and the security of the public. No, it is not only to related to Andhra Pradesh and that to Tirupati. It is related to throughout the country, throughout the world. Many
Sir,
people will
but-
come here. Everyone is famous for laddu. If you go Tirupati, means we won't come without laddu.
Yes, it's the tradition.
Uh,
But what can we do?
No.
Every company is
Now, you not
running for
only
their
that,
profit.
no, the
not
ethics,
for our-
another, I will tell you. Just 2 years back or 3 years back, we see that there is a raid in Hyderabad and Vijayawada, where you see the animal bones, animal fat was converted into what is that? Ghee, Durga ghee. You are from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, you know that Durga ghee is famous.
They should be properly punished so that no one else will.
This
follow
type of
up to do
punishment
that.
is not there in India, please.
Here, those who have money, they can do anything. Like you.
That is what
was
that is
saying
what has
now.
happened with yesterday. I have given the example like business ethics, which is related to your Nestle. What is it? Noodles.
Ah,
Have you know that noodles? What is
I
what
heard
is
of
happening
that.
if you consume noodles?
No, I heard.
Still the people, the mothers. I think mothers are in this classroom. I think so. Mothers are children who are maybe. How many will consume noodles in your home?
Many, almost everyone. It's easy to make, so.
Easy to make, but what is the side effects? You know that one.
One thing I heard was my uncle was saying for up to 3 months the wax inside the noodles will be.
It is
inside
not a
our body.
wax. It's a lead.
Oh, okay.
If you burn, when you are making the this one, you know that the lead, the top layer of the noodles, when you boil it, that will be there. That is not going to be removed easily. When you eat it, that will be layers forming, and you see that if any woman is there in this, they won't get pregnancy.
Allah.
Wow.
Really?
Really.
Sure.
That's why the government has stopped that Nestle company, for a few days, few months, 6 months or something. After that, again they say that if it is as per the US government recommendations, we added lead. They accepted. And why you are talking about Atta also? You see ITC Atta, Ashirwad Atta.
No,
If you mix
we used to-
water now, that will be getting, and
Yes,
it will be
that's-
strong. And if you roll it, it will expand.
Oh. There are many things like that.
There are many things that it is not anything. Suppose normally you take your wheat, take 1 kg of wheat and go to your rice floor and flour mill and grind it and come powder. How soft it will be.
Yeah, sure. It's fresh and so. I used to do like that. I was going to say.
Whatever you are consuming, whatever you are consuming in the market now are totally adulterated. Even from the face creams you are using. Even
The main thing is that
maybe a
you know-
Mama Earth or other earth, I will not say. If you consume it, that it will be short-term duration, okay. For long-term duration, it's very, very, very difficult. That we the customers have to take care of our health ourselves. Company will produce as much as it like. Whether it should be consumed or not to consume, that depends upon the customer. That's why we see the ethics should be followed. Now, when you talk about ethics, what to be done? Religion.
Sir, but if the company starts following all the ethics, then how will they do a business? And it's all upon the
Who is
consumer.
following the ethics? First of all, tell me. See, we have the code of conduct, not to smoke in the public.
But sir, in
Yes.
Japan,
Not
they
to smoke in the
follow.
public. If you go to any train, the people who want to smoke, they'll go to toilet and they'll smoke and come.
Oh, I wish onion is real.
Real, no? You see, plastic is banned in India. Plastic banned. How many are not using plastic? Everyone is using plastic.
Everyone is using.
Everyone using. It's a microns. How many microns you want? 5 microns, less than 5 microns? You see that?
Even the packing materials also have the less than 5 microns.
Yes. That you see, if you're using means that should be deteriorated very soon. That should be there, but it is not like that.
But sir, if company starts packaging the material into suitable packaging conditions, then the pricing of the material will go high.
Yes.
And then which will actually
The
directly
packaging
reflect
cost
in the
is
market.
increased, means automatically the price cost also increase, so customer will not buy.
Yes. And because if customers will
So now
not
we are
buy,
saying
but there is a demand.
green marketing, green products. Everyone is saying, you say green tea, costly. Will you take it?
No.
No, you want to like it? Okay, instead of paying 70 rupees for 250 grams of 3 rose tea or Jammi tea or some other tea, the double is 150, 200 rupees for green tea. The consumption is there. If you buy it, you can consume it. You will be healthy. So for that, you don't require any milk. You don't require any sugar. So you can consume. Your health is good. But here, a tea is there. You require a coffee powder. You require tea powder. You required the milk. You required sugar. You required.
But sir, if all the companies start producing the product as per the guidelines, as per the said, like not to package in plastic, make sure that all that are preservatives, all that goes is
Yes.
as per the guidelines. If then all the product price will go very high, which
Yeah.
will be not suitable. People like us in the whole working condition at this moment who's
If you
not.
want the safety of your life, you have to go.
But sir, this is slow poison. This will not reflect in your body at this present. At this point of time, when time comes when you need to feed yourself or when you need to feed yourself healthy, you will choose to feed yourself first.
Yes, yes. First,
You will feed healthy or not healthy, that is
plastic
secondary
containers
question.
are there. Plastic containers are there. You know, plastic containers, small containers, you can put in fridge or put in some storages.
Yes,
So
sir.
that type of a material which is suitable for the health, you can manufacture, but that is a standard to be maintained. ISO standard should be ISO standard should be maintained.
Yes. But sir, when any this kind of product is released in the market, first of all, it goes through a government approval. So why it is not stopped there itself?
See, government want business, government want something, government want money, so they will give permit. You
So that means
see,
like government is poisoning the environment.
you see, cigarette is injurious to health, causes cancer, and tobacco is injurious to causes cancer. Who is stopping production of cigarette, and who is stopping smoking of cigarettes? And alcohol also the same way. When their
So I
consumers,
feel like
when their consumers are
instead
there,
of stopping it completely, keeping it in moderation should be taught.
no, you see, government want profit, government want money. It is you who have to stop. You don't want to take smoke. You don't smoke. Who told you to smoke? You don't want
So
to drink.
more
Don't
than
drink.
people who are dying in a cancer, people are dying on road accidents.
We have to take care of. If you think that in a mind, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to drink alcohol, means who will going to stop you? Nobody will stop you. If you don't stop, if you stop, everything will come down.
Yes. Also, these cigarette packets, outside the packet, it's written in big letters.
Yeah.
This causes
Are you
cancer.
listening? Are you listening?
So
that is what you say ethics in business. You follow the culture. You follow the culture experience. You follow the religion. Huh?
It is provided in the circular.
And what do you follow? Other one is the legal system. If you are harming the ethics, you are harming the culture, you are harming the religion, you are doing your business. That is a
Ma'am, can I
that
ask
you are
you a
not following
doubt?
the ethics.
Please type the comments. You cannot.
So why ethics is important? That is, ethics does not carry ethical things only. It makes business sense too. So anyway, it's a what you're doing.
I followed the same steps, but ATP number is not received in my mobile. I'm checking my mail
I'm doing
ID.
the business. What type of business? So I am producing some product. What type of products? Which is causing harm to the environment. That is not true. So where the areas of requirement of the ethics? Are businessmen ethical?
So that way, no business is ethical in this country or in this world, I would say.
There is no ethical values and there is no ethics in business anywhere in the world. As you said, I do agree. Just now you see that in America, one case is filed in against what is Gautam Adani and some others. Till it is finalized, we can't say whether it will be there or not. All this background will work.
no, this one sounds somewhat serious because he bought from many investors by saying in India he will initiate many solar like some businesses.
No, that is happening. That is there. Even in Telangana also he has invested. But what is the possibility of ethical issues you have to see? What is the ethical issues we have to see?
It's
Now when you talk
the power of light, power of
it's a
convincing
power,
people.
yes. Now when you're talking about where the area in which are the businessmen ethical nowadays, honest is the best policy, no doubt. Now you see, what is that? Jet Airways. It was in loss. The CEOs are there. They think that it is in loss, so they have dropped the business. Now SpiceJet is there. It is also in the loss. They're trying to come out of the profit and make come out with the profit. Now merging the company with a small company, a big company, by making pressure, we make it off. This is how we say ethical should be followed. Ethics should be there. Ethics should be handed. So every company should follow the ethical values. Now, when you're talking about the ethical values, the business will be developed. Now, everyone will follow. The ethical dilemma is there. Corporate policy ethics should be followed. And corporate culture should be followed. The ethical climate should be followed. Now, everyone should know. So, what are the ways of enforcing ethical conditions? Reporting channels should be there. Risk analysis and management should be there. Ethical management and commitment should be there. Ethic consultants should be there. Special accounts, shareholder consultations, individual characteristics, corporate culture, whistleblowing, top management, code of ethics, training programs, ethics and law, and vision statements, others, which is the ways for enforcing ethical conflict. Now, ethical conduct. Now, if you follow this one, if you are following ethical values, you will be in the top in the business. Definitely. Whether it is a small company or a big company. If you are a curiosity about the customers and their conditions, definitely you will be successful. Okay. I think other faculty will be waiting for you. I'll stop it here and thank you. I'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you, sir. It was
Thank you,
nice.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Sorry, I
sir.
couldn't
Thank
make
you,
the
sir.
PPTs.
Thank you, sir.
Couldn't make the
sir.
PPTs.
Thank you,
If any PPT is available, I'll share with you.
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
And sir, if you have any